Oh, oh boy. Okay, it's not so bad. Hello! Due to recent events, in today's video I'll be focusing on sewing and demonstrating fabric face masks. Now I know there are a lot of fabric face masks tutorials out there, so I have chosen to only focus on the ones that are officially requested or approved by hospitals at this time. That way, if you do decide to make them with me, you'll have the option to get in touch, donate them, and I'll put all the links in the description for you. I do want to be clear that fabric face masks are not as effective as the official N95 masks that are used to protect. I'm losing my job as a news anchor. I do want to be clear that fabric face masks are not as effective as the official N95 masks that are used to protect frontline responders to COVID-19. I have included some links to CDC articles as well as some filtration research if you are keen on those particulate details using my engineering degree. But in the last week, there has been an increase in hospitals requesting fabric face masks, and this is because it helps them out in saving the N95 masks for when they are absolutely necessary. So let's help if we can. I'm going to show you 3 hospital requested face masks as well as 1 hospital requested N95 mask cover. You can sew with me, you can donate to support local or global relief efforts if you're short on supplies. I'll put some links in the description that hopefully can help you out. Let's get started. From Deaconess Hospital in Evansville, USA, they are referencing the tutorial from turbanproject.com. You will need 2 rectangles of 100% cotton as well as 2 pieces of elastic. Step 1, bring the rectangles right sides together. Step 2, sew from the bottom center to the very first corner and then insert the elastic. Step 3, turn the corner and sew until you get to the next corner and then insert the elastic. Step 4, turn to the next corner and then insert the other elastic that hasn't been used yet. Step 5, sew until the last corner and insert the finished elastic. Step 6, sew across the bottom but stop, leaving about 2 inches of a gap. So to quickly recap, we're starting at the bottom center and going all the way around, leaving a little gap at the end so that we can flip the entire thing inside out. At every single corner, we're stopping to insert a piece of elastic. The first corner and the second corner have 1 piece of elastic held in, and the third corner and the fourth corner have the other piece of elastic held in. Step 7, turn the mask inside out. And step 8, pin 3 tucks on each side of the mask, making sure that the tucks are going in the same direction. Step 9, sew around the edge of the mask twice to finish it off. I should probably tie up my hair for this. It's more realistic to what life is like in a hospital. I think it would have been nice if I used elastic that had a little bit more give to it, because this one is definitely a little bit on the tight side. I was running out of elastic when I did this tutorial, so I just made do with what I had. There is a little bit of a gap right here by the nose, but obviously from speaking, it's still breathable and manageable to wear. From Stillwater Medical Center in Stillwater, USA, they are referencing the tutorial from buttoncounter.com. You will need 1 rectangle of 100% cotton, 2 fabric strips, and 2 pieces of elastic. Step 1, fold the rectangle in half so that the right sides are touching. Step 2, sew along the entire 8-inch edge. Step 3, flip this inside out and press it flat along the seam. Step 4, draw a line that is 1.5 inches from the bottom and fold the fabric here. Step 5, pin in 3 half-inch pleats so that the sides become 3.5 inches tall in the end. Step 6, pin the elastics to the corners. Step 7, sew these elastics and the pleats in place on both sides of the mask. Step 8, press the fabric strips in half. Step 9, place these strips on the 2 sides of the mask so that all the raw edges are aligned. We're going to tuck the loose ends over to the other side, pin them down, and sew this in place. Step 10, flip the fabric strip away from the mask and press this in place. And step 11, fold that strip down onto the other side so that the entire raw seam is encased. We're going to do 1 more top stitch to sew that in place. It's got some fancy edge detailing. This is like a lot of creative possibilities here. The pleats here are much more substantial than the first one. Yeah, I can still feel air coming out the top, but this is definitely providing a wider range of coverage. I'll give you guys a full view of it too. This was definitely the most work though. These accent pieces. Whew. From Michael Garron Hospital in Toronto, Canada, with their very own picture tutorial, you will need one rectangle that's preferably 100% cotton in a dark shade, one rectangle in a lighter shade, 2 pieces of elastic, and 1 twist tie. Yes, mine came from a bunch of parsley. Step 1, hem the larger rectangle by folding it over once and doing a straight stitch all the way around. Step 2, pin in 3 pleats that are pointed in the same direction and sew these in place on the 2 sides of the mask. Step 3, hem the smaller rectangle in the exact same fashion, folding the edge over and doing a straight stitch. Step 4, pin the elastics sandwiched between these 2 rectangles. Step 5, sew the rectangles together across the top and the bottom, making sure that you also catch the elastics. And step 6, insert a twist tie at the top and add 1 more straight stitch to close the twist tie in. In the tutorial, they mention how the gap on the side will give you the option to insert a filter, and this is the only one, I believe, that has made reference to adding some metal to help you contour around the nose. Let's give it a try. The tutorial for this one also says that the inner layer can be made out of a cotton t-shirt or like an old bed sheet, so this is the only one that makes mention of being okay with like recycled materials. Oh, sorry, it's really not the mask's fault that my ears are hurting, it's because the elastic I'm using does not have the most give in the world. Okay, with the metal, we can contour it around the nose. Definitely a way more snug fit with this one on the metal. There's a bit of last minute creativity to use my parsley twist tie, but twist ties are pretty easy for you to get at a dollar store or anything like that. And that's the one from Toronto. From ProMedica Health System USA, with their very own N95 face mask cover, you will need 4 pieces of 100% cotton that is cut to this pattern, as well as 2 pieces of elastic. The pattern is linked in the description, and it includes a 1-inch square so that you can check if you have printed the pattern to the correct size. Step 1. Pin 1 elastic to the right side of the fabric where there were dots on the pattern. Step 2. Pin a symmetrical piece of fabric on top with the right sides touching. Step 3. Repeat this with the second pair of fabric pieces and the 1 piece of elastic. Step 4. Sew along the sandwich edge on both of these pinned sets. Step 5. Turn the sandwiches inside out and press them so that they're nice and crisp. Step 6. Stack these 2 pieces together with the notches aligned and sew them together along the raw edge. If you'd like, you can also add an overlock or a blanket stitch to prevent the raw edge from fraying. This mask is a little bit different because it's meant to be a cover for an N95 mask, which has a bit of a more bowl shape over the mouth. I think it should look like one of those bowls can fit underneath it. Oh yeah, this is the elastic you probably should have used for the other ones, but I only had a little bit left, so I saved it for this mask. The only thing to be cautious of with this type of elastic is, since it is flat, you should be extra careful to make sure you don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted as you come around to the other side of the mask. From my understanding, this one is most hospital relevant since it's purely meant to cover an N95 mask, so that the N95 mask on the inside can last just a little bit longer with a disposable or cleanable, reusable cover. This one's actually really comfortable, but it might be because I used the right elastics. Definitely gets steamy in there. Of course, if you decide to sew masks for a hospital in need, make sure you check their website first so that you can check the pattern, the materials that they like, how the donation works. As you've clearly seen here, different hospitals have different types of requests, so this was not meant to be the definitive word on hospital requested fabric face masks, but more of an encouragement for you to get informed and see if there's ways for you to help out in your own community. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're all taking care, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.